So Brian's coming over and we're making pancakes tonight, but the recipe that I have calls for 1 cup flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and 1 1/8 cup buttermilk. I don't need buttermilk, so I guess I'm going to have to make some. So I was able to look up how 1 1/8 tablespoon of buttermilk can be made by 1 1/8 tablespoon of vinegar, and then the rest of the way up to 1 1/8 cups of milk. So let's go ahead and make some right now. So I have whites of vinegar. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon and 1/8 of a tablespoon. And then, from there, I fill the rest up with normal milk. And let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes at room temperature. So while that's changing, I'll go ahead and explain what actually happens during the conversion of buttermilk from normal milk and vinegar to make buttermilk substitute. When we add acetic acid to milk, the hydrogen ions in vinegar react with the NH2 in lysine and asparagine to clot the milk and drive the proteins out of solution, thus souring the milk and giving it more acidity. Nowadays, store-bought buttermilk is not real buttermilk, but does this process with bacteria that eat the protein and make lactic acid to end up with the same curdled milk. Once we have our buttermilk ready, we can add it in with all of the other ingredients to make our pancakes. And now we mix. Coming! Hey, how's it going?
Did you make my pancakes yet?
I'm making them right now.
Well, I brought the buttermilk. I figured you didn't have any.
Are you kidding me? Well, I've already got them made, but I guess I can make the next batch with the actual buttermilk. Alright, thanks. So now that Brian brought the real buttermilk, I guess I'll actually make some of that. Why do we use buttermilk? Chemistry, of course! This chemical reaction is what actually helps make the pancakes be as tasty as they are. So what actually happens in the chemical reaction that makes our pancakes? Well, because of the lactic acid from our buttermilk combining with the sodium bicarbonate also in our pancake batter, we create a chemical reaction that actually makes our pancakes taste as good as they are. From this chemical reaction, we create the CO2 and the H2O along with some sodium lactate in order to make our pancakes. Now, the CO2 is actually forming in a gaseous stage, which is what makes the bubbles in the pancakes to make the pancakes rise. Now, this sodium lactate has a very unique chemical structure. We'll go ahead and draw that out here. We got our 3-carbon chain. On this carbon we have double bonded an oxygen atom. Over here we have hydrogens. And here another hydrogen. But above here we have what makes this equation so unique. This formula has an OH bond. Now because of this OH bond, the water that was just formed in this equation is brought to that through that polarized hydrogen bond. Now that hydrogen bond holds that water in very carefully and makes this chemical here actually make our pancakes fluffier from the CO2 and moister because it's holding on to the water. That's what makes these buttermilk pancakes so fluffy and moist. Alright, Brian, here are your pancakes.
Oh, I have to see which one's better?
Yep. See if you can taste just on their own.
Wow, can't even tell the difference.